Your career may not necessarily be your purpose, but it could be holding you back from getting into alignment and finding your purpose. I've recently untangled myself from my past career, and it's enabled me to see that my career truly was holding me back from getting on my path to purpose. So in this video, we're going to talk about how our careers can be a catalyst to living our purpose, or conversely, can prevent us from ever getting on our path to purpose. Buddha once said, "Your purpose in life is to find your purpose and give your whole heart and soul to it." And you can't do that while you're sitting at a desk job every day that you wish you weren't at. So let's talk about how everything relates and how career can be a catalyst for your purpose. So it all starts as we grow up. We're slowly conditioned by our parents, by the teachers in our lives, or other adults, or by our societal norms and the culture in which we grow up in. And through this, we become our conditioned selves rather than our authentic selves. So we become what we can call our not self. And so from that place of being in our conditioning and acting as our not selves, we choose our careers. And this often leads to being in misaligned careers, ones where you can't be yourself and you don't feel fulfilled, and maybe you often feel stressed and unbalanced and frustrated and tired and whatever else, adults face on a daily basis. And maybe you also experience unmet desires in this career. Maybe you wish you had more time, or you could be more creative, or you make more money, or whatever you sort of long for. And then we start to build our lives around this misaligned career. So we choose where we live, and our careers dictate the hours that we work, and often how much money we can make, and the amount of time off we can have, and what our day-to-day lives kind of look like. We really shape our lives around our careers. And maybe, for example, you've had a dream to live overseas that you've never followed through on, or you have a dream to live the Tim Ferriss 4-hour work week, or maybe you want to move to the countryside and raise chickens, and you never really follow these dreams because you've kind of landed yourself in a job and in a life that doesn't align with those dreams. And some of us naturally develop coping mechanisms when we're feeling tired and stressed and frustrated all the time. And maybe that looks like unhealthy eating habits, too much sugar, too much caffeine. Maybe you have a drink at the end of every workday just to decompress. And all of these things, again, take you away from your most authentic self. They keep you stuck in this cycle of not really feeling great. They kind of help in the moment, and then you kind of feel bad without them. So then you have this cycle that perpetuates where you kind of entered the workforce as your not self, and then it kind of continues to make you your not self, and then you cope with that, and you just keep going around and around in this circle of being inauthentic. So why is our career a catalyst to finding our purpose? Well, if you think about most of us, up until say the age of 22 or so, our lives revolve around our career. We are on a conveyor belt towards a career. We go to school, we go to university, and we're told to choose a career path, and that's what we're going to be doing. And before many of us have even been able to really live our lives or consider how we may want to live or what our ideal lifestyle might look like, we have a job. And up until that point, we've lived with our parents, maybe you went off to university, but we never really got to explore our authenticity as adults. And by the time we start exploring what our ideal lifestyle might look like, maybe you've moved out, you've gotten your first apartment, you're doing it all around the confines of growing your career. And a lot of us have been conditioned into this 9-to-5-esque lifestyle from the moment that we step into a classroom. The whole school process is a very 9-to-5 style feeling. You sit and you learn, and then you go to a job where you sit and you are there from 9 to 5 or whatever hours that are kind of broadly around those times. So all of this is to suggest that your whole life, you've really been groomed into a 9-to-5 job, and you've also been conditioned away from being your most authentic self. And this leads a lot of us into career paths that are just unfulfilling, unsatisfying, frustrating, whatever you feel about your current job. And these jobs can also limit you in expressing your authentic self through your lifestyle or having a lifestyle that really nourishes you to be expressed as your most authentic self. And I'm really harping on career and lifestyle because the two of them together are really like the dominoes that can lead to a lot of fulfillment and satisfaction in life once they get into alignment. And our careers can really facilitate the majority of our lifestyle, not only from the time that you're in the office, but how you feel outside of the office as well, how rested you are, how stressed you feel, what sort of coping mechanisms you use. All of these things can also carry into our personal lives. So what I'm really getting at here is that when you get your career in alignment with your dream lifestyle, your life starts to feel right. And when you start to feel better and like things are in alignment and like things are just fitting into place, that's when you can really allow your authenticity to shine through. And it's from this place of authenticity, not our conditioned selves, that our purpose is expressed. And at a lot of corporate careers, we aren't really able to fully be ourselves. For myself, I know in the corporate work environment, there's a lot of expectations around how you dress, how you act, and how you even talk. And a lot of us begin to pick up a lot of corporate jargon. And you just feel like you go to work, put on your work mask, and you behave as your work self, and you try and do your best job. And then you go home and you can peel off that mask and just relax and be yourself. And for me, the 9-to-5 lifestyle just really wasn't what I desired, and I didn't feel that it allowed me to be my authentic self. And so once your career can start to line up with your ideal lifestyle, you can really start to express yourself, live authentically, and start to self-actualize, if you will. And living authentically, you'll naturally start to express your purpose in life, even if you don't know what that purpose is, rather than expressing who you've been conditioned to be or who you may feel trapped into being because you've sort of piled on a lot of responsibilities onto your life. And so I'm not saying that you need to find the perfect career that is your purpose, but I am saying that your career may stop you from expressing your purpose, especially if it's a career that makes you feel not great and dictates a lifestyle that isn't in alignment with the lifestyle you'd want to be living. And so for me, I knew I wanted my career to be remote. I wanted to work from home or work from anywhere that I wanted to. I wanted to control my own schedule, and I wanted to work less than 40 hours a week. And I knew that was possible if I was able to get out of my current career. And that doesn't have to be what you want for yourself, but just consider if your job is kind of opposing your ideal lifestyle. And I'm not necessarily anti 9-to-5 corporate jobs. That just wasn't for me. And if that's for you and you feel that it doesn't impede you in being your most authentic self, then I'm all for it. If your job gives you the amount of time that you desire and you make the money that you desire and you have the ability to express yourself and you have the ability to live where and how you want, then it sounds like your career might be a great fit for aiding you in authentically expressing yourself. So if you take a moment to reflect on your dream life, what does that look like? How much are you working? How much money are you making? Where do you work from? Who do you work with? Things like that. And then consider how your current career may be preventing you from expressing this dream lifestyle. So I hope this video gave you some food for thought. Changing my career has facilitated a complete 180 in how I live my life, which has helped me feel so much better and grow as a person, which has then facilitated me feeling like I'm truly on my path towards my purpose. Maybe if you've been toying with the idea of changing your career or changing jobs, this is just one more thing that can help you make that decision and move towards your authentic self. So if you enjoy this type of content, consider subscribing to the channel for weekly videos like this. And if you liked the video, I'd appreciate it if you gave it a big thumbs up. Maybe leave me a comment, tell me what you thought. I'd love to hear back from you. And with that, I will see you next week.